Okay, where'd Luop go? Well, I'm not entirely sure he quit YouTube, but, this is something that I'm not going to say is... This is not an uncommon occurrence, amongst YouTubers, but some YouTubers will get really big with the series. We want to stay away from our bridge. Or, alternatively... No. Yes. This might be a bit time-wasty, but in the interest of preserving the surface a little, I'm actually going to dump myself down the hole. But I think Luop's mother was getting sick, but he was also in kind of one of those positions where, like, if you've ever done YouTube, you kind of know, like, how it feels when your YouTube views are, like, doing really, really well, and how it feels when they're not. And so, Luop got huge with Scrap Mechanic and a couple other things, but mostly Scrap Mechanic. And before that, he was just kind of a small-timer. And I was, too. And so, as people lost interest in Scrap Mechanic over the months, effectively... year, really. Because it was like a... Scrap Mechanic was really popular for about a year, and then it started to die. And so, as it started to die, a lot of the channels that were, like, extremely dependent on Scrap Mechanic had to, like, figure out how to adapt. So I know Scrapman's managed to, keep it going, but he's also has, like, a very family-friendly type of channel and, like, a bunch of other things. So I kind of keep it going. I really hate those little ants. I think he also got, like, really popular with, like, a car mechanic type simulator game. But I could be wrong. I don't exactly spend too much time analyzing, other channels. Well, no, I do. But I usually try and figure out what's going wrong, not what's going right, as weird as that sounds. And so, like, I kind of took inspiration from, like, a lot of the YouTubers that were big with Minecraft, because I knew, like, this is going to be very similar. That, you know, it would be awesome to, like, have these games kind of carry your channel forever, but, like, not everybody can be Wells Knight and, like, make Minecraft work well after the fact. Okay, he got big with brick rigs. Really? Maybe some other things, too. Okay, so we want to get out of here. Hey, thank you, Wildemar Kid, for the bits, by the way. I think I missed that when you came in. But so, what ended up happening with Luop, straight up is standard story that every Minecraft YouTuber ever will tell about their channel. You know, the audience moved elsewhere, the algorithm changed, bunch of things. And, like, they're technically all true. YouTube does change almost yearly. And it's very unkind to everybody. Especially if you're, you know, basing your channel off of certain things. So that's where Luop went. And it's sad, because he was a cool dude. But so what kind of happened was I'd be like, hey Luop, you want to do this with us? And he's like, nope, gotta focus on my channel today. And then eventually it was just like, no more Luop. See, didn't a lot of Minecraft people go to Gmod? Sort of. There was like there was an early exodus of a lot of people from Minecraft to Gmod. That's kind of where Nanners went, because Nanners, if I remember right, Nanners got really big with COD, Minecraft, and like a couple other things. But then he really got big with Gmod. And he took a lot of his friends with him. But there were a lot of people like, well, I guess Yogscast, shoot, what is it? Mindcrack and a couple others that, like, mainly made their fame in YouTube after the Gmod exodus. I kind of miss the days when Gmod was popular. I really wish we'd actually get another Gmod effectively. Because Gmod was fun. Yeah, Captain Sparkles. Yep. It's interesting watching kind of the face of YouTube change over the years. Twitch too. It'd be interesting in like 3 years from now when it's not Fortnite anymore. I mean, honestly, it's probably not going to be Fortnite a year from now. It's going to be something else. Okay. I'm gonna just kind of replace some of these blocks. God damn it. I figured that would increase structural stability, replacing the lower blocks with something more stable. I guess I really don't understand stability in this game. This Husky StarCraft. Yeah, whatever happened to him? Because I remember, I guess I only ever heard of Husky StarCraft, when it came to, the Pacific Rim, videos. I don't know if you guys, were around to see those, but there was this kind of... It was charmingly campy, but they got a bunch of YouTubers and streamers to do, like, Pacific Rim like, one big Pacific Rim promo. Years ago when Pacific Rim was first coming out, and it was fun. Like, it was stupid. It was stupid as hell. But it was funny. I liked it. That was also, like, one of the last times... Let's see, that was one of the last times, I think... Aaron and John did stuff together? No, they did stuff together. Past that. It was something else. Those blocks are heavy too, should be used with care. Stability is not under stress. Wouldn't touch it in this game. I know, I just hate seeing like cracked and shaky blocks. Well, whatever. I'll get back up again and we'll try again. This is why I need the jetpack. So I can just kind of say like, the bridge is close enough. If it's not broke, don't fix it. I fix things compulsively. Have you met me? I'm a worrier. Okay. Well, this is kind of silly. It's gonna work? Let's get back up in here. I want to kind of tear this bridge apart. If this alternate design works better, well, I mean, that's totally fair. Because I went big thinking, like, okay, make some kind of, like, crazy truss system. It'd actually be really nice if we could get, some proper, like, I'm gonna call them structural supports, but that's incorrect. If we could actually get some proper, like, cabling and whatnot, that'd actually be kind of nice. Okay, there we go. So that's a much simpler bridge for this. Works much better for what I need to do, and it's not shaking all over the place. I mean, begs the question what the hell I'm supposed to do with, the other section. I don't know. It'd be really cool if this game actually had, physics simulation in terms of, like, oh, what would it be? I guess Bridge Constructor Portal. Or any of the Bridge Constructor games. Like, if you could have, like, cables and ties and whatnot. Okay, so... we need to go up, like, here. When I put these blocks down, every once in a while I see something take 5 damage, and I don't really understand why. Is that like a monster that stupidly spawned in the area? Could be. Okay, so now we gotta get up higher. It was like World of Goo. Yeah. Actually, Joel, seeing as you're hanging out in chat, I actually, I streamed the entirety of World of Goo the other day. I guess for people that were around for that, I had talked about how my friends and I used to play World of Goo kind of, not in parallel, but like, it would not be infrequent to be like, hey, what are you up to? World of Goo. Okay, so there's another Sky Island over above the other one. So I guess let's rip this up and go over there. Because I think what I'm going to have to do, truly, is just go from... I'll just have to go over to this one. Is the water draining here? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, so we want to go back up this. But yeah, I'm fairly certain having like a robust like cabling system might be a little bit much. I'm sure it would take a lot more work, but it'd be certainly be convenient for me wanting to make like more, I guess, egregious structures. Let's see. Do I have any plans to finish Bridge Constructor Portal? Yes, actually. I would love to finish Bridge Constructor Portal. I might just load it up someday. The main problem is one of those where I had a limited amount of time before I left for vacation. And I wasn't going to be able to... crap. What do we want to do? Because this is not a good place to fight these things. A Sky Island would be better, but it's a little bit too late to get up there. Yeah, those little ants are very aggressive. Okay, I might just chuck myself into the pit for now. Whee! Oh, that's kind of cool. You can see all the bullets coming after him. I'm assuming they're not going to suddenly come out of nowhere and take the thing out. But yeah, I'm just going to fight them down there. Let's see, height of heavy tower is a bit too high. 5 block size max. Light blocks are better after that. Okay, sure. But yeah, so what ended up killing Bridge Constructor Portal for me was I went on vacation, couldn't record it while I was there, and then by the time I came back, I don't know how many of you guys were paying attention in January necessarily, but the games industry likes to work in waves, so there's been all of nothing coming out pretty much this entire June, and now into July it's like, okay, so we've got Dig or Die, we've got, shoot. There's like a 3 or 4... Really? Was that it? That was a very short night. But then again, I guess I did chuck myself into the pit, so half the critters spawned on the surface and never came back. But so, like, nobody ever really releases anything in June. because it's a bad move. You know, maybe an update where it doesn't matter, you already have your player base installed. But like new games, you don't want to ever release anywhere around the Steam sale or E3, because nobody's going to know about it. I believe Prey Mooncrash and Unravel 2 did fairly terribly, despite the fact that they're both amazing games. But, you know, people kind of heard about it during E3 and then got distracted because, ooh, look, you know, Fallout 76, ooh, look, Elder Scrolls 6, ooh, look, Spider-Man from Insomniac, ooh, look, you know, the list goes on and on. And so, so most developers, I'm not going to say all of them, because, like, there definitely were some releases in the past month, but most developers kind of avoid June, whether they realize it or not. And so, so now that we're hitting July again, it's like, tons of new games coming out, and I'm like, oh, I don't have enough time to finish them all, let alone play them. Or I guess I don't have enough time to play them all, let alone finish them. So I'm still trying to like just whittle away a couple of them. Unfortunately, I've picked up like a couple of the Eternal games. Darkest Dungeon is a good example. And publishers might push the devs to avoid it. Yep. Though some publishers will try. I mean, Unravel 2 and Prey Mooncrash are both big AAA. But they could kind of afford it because it's an experiment. It's kind of like, trying to think of a good example. You put your game out there during kind of like a point where you might get a lot of PR for it, or you might get none. But whatever, you're in a safe position, and now you know, don't release anything during E3 because financially it's not a good idea. See, does this game have many weapons? It has a decent variety of weapons. I think I'm still going to stand by my opinion of, I really wish weapons were upgradable, as opposed to just each tier having a new handful of weapons that you could pull from. Because I really miss that shotgun. That shotgun was awesome. And I'm sure at some point I'm gonna probably get a better shotgun, but I don't know when. Yeah, I found your channel today on YouTube. Hey, welcome. There's so many bats. Why? Okay. So let's go probably up that much for single-length towers. Or single-length heavy blocks. After that, it gets too heavy. It looks like that's pretty stable. Yeah, so the rain is in a good indication of where the Sky Islands are going to be. If you notice, we're currently in a dry spot. I'll admit that's pretty clever. Okay, let's just get up and in this. Let's see. Oh, it's getting dark in here. So the one problem, when I used to, back when I first started streaming, I'd always stream from, like, super late nights onwards, because that worked really well for me. Now that I've started streaming kind of more in the evenings instead, the early nights, I always start streaming when there's daylight out, and so I don't have a light on, because, like, why waste the electricity? But then, within, like, an hour or two of the stream starting, I'm just like, man, it's, like, really dark in here. Why is that? Oh, right, sun's gone. Yeah, what time is it? It's 9 o'clock. Huh. That's one thing I always liked about my childhood. I lived in California, so, like, the sun being out till 9 meant you could be outside playing till 9 p.m. if you wanted to, which is awesome. Not so much now that I'm an adult, because it's just like, oh, it's nighttime. Cool. Back to work. Or, I guess, to work. Let's see, so what do I think of a retro day once a month? Honestly, I think I'd actually just wrap, I'd rather wrap stuff like retro day into the like, selected Sunday games. So if people are like, yeah, we want you to start playing some retro games during that works better for me. Because the problem is if I set too many, like, specific days, I don't get to finish all of the other games that I'm playing. It's like, it is, if I ever want to finish this game and Darkest Dungeon, I, like, actually have to motor with those. So I'm just gonna go up all the way. As far as I can go. Before this whole thing falls apart on me. Crap. I guess I can put some platforms down on this side too. Okay, so we have a sky island above me. Either that or the rain is trolling me. It's just really freaking high up. Yeah, what I might have to do is get another layer on the side. We'll see. I guess I'm gonna keep quick saving just in case. Okay, there it is. Oh, we're still forever and a day away. Okay. I'm gonna just chop off these side platforms. Oh yeah, this is starting to crumble on me. We gotta extend this by a bunch. No! I don't know if it did that. Oh, it destroyed the terrain underneath. That's what happened. I think that's what happened. Okay, so we'll do 5 for now. It's almost nighttime, though. Oh, you built one block off the ground, adding weight. Oh. Okay, so we probably don't want to do that. We probably want to switch over to lightweight blocks. Oh, it's the, it's my drone spawning in that causes that. Whenever, well, every once in a while I'll see, like, 5 damage, and I'm not entirely sure why. I think it's actually my drone just spawning. And it takes 5 damage, yeah, because it walks into a spot. Oh, that's the boss island up there. Good! Let's see if I can survive it. Okay. Let's take a look at this. So that is actually starting to shake a bit. So what I want to do is get some, like, little side layers here. Spread it out a little bit more. Pretty much turn this entire thing into a giant pyramid. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to fight on the side. Which is not going to be great. Okay. Let's save before all this comes crashing down on my face. Because I can probably just fight over here. Nuts. I can almost fight on this side. Okay, it made a hole. As long as they don't destroy too much of my setup, we're good to go. Because I can just hang out over here. Because the next order of business, actually, is just get a little bit of friendship. Please don't destroy the island I'm on. I'm going to be so upset. I wonder if you can soft lock yourself in this game by doing too much damage to the Sky Islands. Like go into the pit, your tower might get destroyed. Yeah. Okay. Let's go down to the pit. I mean, part of it is really I just need to leave the area. From what I can tell, enemies will just kind of chase you, but if you go too far away, they'll just, like, give up or despawn, maybe? My one fear is they're gonna muck up this lake. But I'm gonna try going across. I mean, worst comes to worst, I just replace some of it with boxes. Whole thing with boxes. Live on a giant box. Okay. So, Wander, what do you think of the Atari coming back? Is Atari coming back, or is the Atari coming back? Are they just, like, kind of re-releasing an Atari thing? Enemies will despawn if you go too far. Yeah, so I guess the trick I really probably should do is just, like, book it. Like, get the couple of initial night spawns and then... Oh, that close enough. Okay. They did wreck some of those. No, stop! I really wish they'd be less... Like, it'd be nice if enemies that, like... Yeah, sure, have no path towards you. I understand why they, like, dig through the ground to get at you. But it does feel like, in that bat's case, it had no business even knowing where I was to destroy the world. I just want to keep the surface kind of nice. Is that too much to ask? So the Atari itself is making a new console called the Atari Box Atari VCS. That's terrible. That's a terrible name. Holy shit, that's bad. Okay, so I need more coal. So I guess let's just make some. We out of wood? Oh yeah, we're out of wood. But I can make some more of this. There we go. Like I don't want to exactly decry Atari too much, but like that is really bad marketing to name anything something that boring. Hopefully they change the name, but like... You know what was a great name for a Nintendo console? The Wii. It kind of worked. I would have preferred Dolphin, but it worked. You know what was a terrible name for a Nintendo console? The Wii U. It was a terrible name. I don't know why anybody thought that was a good idea. But they did, I guess. Good going, Nintendo. And so, like, naming your console the Atari box is like, it's put a lot of faith in name brand recognition, which at this point, like, I equate the name Atari specifically with, well, old. Old and outdated. Okay, I got 30 more. I think I'm gonna make just single stack from here on out. Yeah, I could probably make it single stack, as long as this doesn't crumble on me. will be good. Oh, move away from the boss or kill it. Okay, I'm away from the boss. Yeah, box is the project name. So, even with a project name like, well, even if it's supposed to be a project name, you kind of want it to still like, you still kind of want it to actually like get people's interest, if that makes sense. I mean, obviously, like, I'm no expert on these things. I'm just a casual observer in many cases. But, like, if I were Atari and I'm trying to make a new console, I'd want people to be, like, talking about it from the get-go. VCS, video cassette tape. Huh. Okay, so we've saved. I got my guns. I don't know if I'm gonna use them necessarily. Let's see how this boss goes. I might have to cheese fight it, but then again, that's how I've been fighting all of these bosses so far. Okay. Okay. There we go. Back to this. How's my HP doing? HP is doing fine. Oh, don't send me off. There we go. Got it. Alright, I thought I was going to have to cheese fight that a little bit more. Really, I just needed the extra space and not much more. That's a good feeling. Alright, and I left my build box down below. I designed it off the Atari, and there's still the old controller, because the console games comes with either the most... Yeah, so... And they did a Indiegogo page with... Well, I mean, nostalgia pays, but... I don't think that's going to be, like, a competitive program... platform. I think that straight up is just going to be like a... Hey, you want... to play old Atari games. Here you go. Okay, so I can get up pretty damn far. Let's actually, easy question. Can I get up to that sky island from down here? Yeah, with gas to spare. So let's tear this thing up so I can use it for other stuff. It is so fun to watch things fall in this game. It's really, like, that part I really enjoy. But yeah, let's tear this up. Because now at this point we want to start going around from Sky Island to Sky Island, looking for the best fabricator bits I can possibly grab. Or I should probably double check how much time I have before multiplayer. I might not actually have much time. We should probably save too, like legit save. Bog.